this big. Know everything, but don't know shit. Kinda reminiscent of anime.
Salute to Kanye. Salute to LB. That joint kind of classic to me. That's a dope story right there. Each verse like a dope story about a female. I like that. I see you now. Fire. DJ though. Hit the like, subscribe, let me know what y'all think. As a matter of fact, talking about storytelling. Let's talk about arguably the best storyteller in hip-hop history. Dropped the album a few days ago. I meant to talk about it. I'm going to talk about it right now real quick. Slick Rick the Ruler drops a new album to a lot of mixed reviews. Do I feel the same way as others? Let's talk about it real quick. So this album drops, right, a few days ago. I'm going to listen to it. Matter of fact, I just listened to it about an hour ago. Before I did this blog, just to make sure, right? Now, a lot of things I've been hearing, a lot of it was, this ain't it. This is not a dope album like that. It's not a good project like that. Some people feel that. Some people feel the other way. It's a good album. It's different. Sonically, it kind of goes different places. My personal opinion, let's talk about it real quick. Let's start with the production and the sound of it. Now, I heard somebody say the production is not really there. The beats sound kind of amateurish, Tinkerbellish, whatever you want to call it. Do I agree with that? Not fully, but can I hear what they're saying or see what they're saying? I kind of can. I expected a little bit more grit to the beats. A little bit more rawness, a little bit more. But there was some good in them. I'm not going to lie to you. Right? We look at Landlord, Foreign, Documents. Those beats are not bad. They're not bad. Landlord is actually kind of dope. Utilizing that old Studio One, for those who don't know. Old Studio One reggae sample, which is not the actual sample, but you know, they did it over in their way. Rest in peace to Barry Brown. That's my favorite version of Far East. I like that version. That's my favorite version of it. So the beat is actually not bad. The song actually has a good feel to it too. But as far as the production, I do hear what they're saying to a certain degree. The EDM / house beats, those are a little different, but I'm not mad at them. As someone who plays in DJs and stuff like that, I'm not mad at a different sound. Only thing is, a lot of people are going to be taken back by it and not really get it. But to me, I look at it like this. He said it before, right? He's literally from England, Jamaica, and New York. That might be a sound that goes over good in the UK. So maybe that's where that's coming from. I feel like he has something that says a little bit of everything about, you know, where he's coming from as far as his background and shit like that. As far as the sound is concerned. Because he put the reggae samples in there too. But you still get the attempted hard boom bap beats. Not to say attempted in a bad way, but as I said, they could have been a little bit better. So production wise, out of 10, I'll probably give this project something like maybe like a 5, 6, 6.5, something like that. Not horrible. It's not horrible. I do like Landlord. As I said, the Documents beats side. Foreign starts off with that old school reggae sound and then goes somewhere else. The tempo on a lot of the production is definitely up tempo. Definitely a little bit faster. Gotta say that. But again, it's not bad to me. It's not horrible. It's not bad. It's not what the way people have been painting it. They made it seem like this album is completely trash. I wouldn't go that far. I wouldn't go that far. So then you go over to Slick and what he's actually saying. And I'm going to stand on this. I think king of storytelling is Slick Rick. He's still able to tell these dope stories. Yes, topical wise, you could say maybe not the biggest topic to talk about or whatever the case may be, but it's still a relatable topic that a lot of people can relate to and understand. He's still able, even if it gives you a little bit of the old school style of doing it, like it's really a story, he's not just rapping it and flowing it. He takes certain pauses to put a certain voice in there with it and all that type of stuff. Like it's really like a story, like he's really trying to tell you a real story here. I think that's actually dope. I think that's dope. As I said, I like Landlord, but here's the thing, right? Some gonna hear that and say, oh, we've heard things about landlords and stuff like that before. You're right. That doesn't make this one not dope of a story though. The way he delivers it, the way he says it, the way he says certain things within the story, it's dope. At least in my opinion, it's not bad. So the storytelling and the rapping ability, the bars, the cadence, everything that he does, the flow and everything, it's still there. Slick is still fucking dope. You want to keep it tall. Slick is still dope. I'm not taking nothing away from Slick. I like when our OGs like that, when they can age and still be nice. That's one of the reasons why I got G-Rap as like the GOAT. He gets older, but he's still super nice. Slick Rick is still nice. And he still can make good music. Now I'm hearing this maybe his last project. I hope not. I hope not. I feel like we could use some of them stories. Hip-hop is not how it was supposed to have said to be, just for the youth. I don't think music is for just one age group, period. I don't care what the genre of music is. I don't think no music is just for one age group, period. I don't care what the genre is. Rock, hip-hop, jazz, I don't care what it is. No music is just for one age group. It might be primarily listened to by a specific age group, but that don't mean it's just for. A lot of people can relate to a lot of different things, you never know, right? Plus the sound and stuff. People can just gravitate just to the sound of it, sonically. That's not impossible either. So I don't think music is just for one age group. But I do think the stories that are being told, a lot of them will be gravitated to by a lot of more mature people, the older heads, this, that, the third. Not to say the youth. That's what I'm saying. It's not just for one age group. The youth might understand things within their lives and things that are going on within theirs. I hear where he's coming from with this landlord, this and this DNA testing over here with the documents and the this and the that. You know, have a couple of little youngins in their 20s. Understand where he's coming from. You got some old souls out there. But overall, the album is not bad in my opinion. It's an okay album. Slick Rick definitely can still rap. He's still dope in my opinion. I do think the music that he's making, I do think he can still make his music. I don't think rapping is just for the youth anymore. The content may be geared a little bit more to a different age group or demographic, but the sound of it can still be liked by everybody. That's just my opinion. So shout out to Slick Rick. Now I heard this album was executively produced by Idris Elba. Now, I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know if he did any of these beats. I don't know if that's actually, I should have looked that up, to be honest with you. My fault, y'all. I should have looked that up. But I did see that. I don't know if that means that he was making any of these beats or he just oversaw the project. I'm not sure. But it wasn't bad at the end of the day. And I'm not going to put a hard punch to him or nothing like that. I'm not going to knock what he did. I'm not even going to knock the project, to be honest with you. The overall project to me, going by grade, I'd probably give it a good, maybe a C plus. The storytelling is still dope. Some of the beats are okay. I'm not mad at the EDM house beats. That could go very good in the UK. So overall, the album's not that bad. Good C minus. I do think the production could have been a little bit stronger, but that's just my opinion though. Alright? Hit the like, subscribe, let me know what y'all think. Slick Rick the Ruler. Victory album review. Dope overall, or a good album overall, but just not as crazy as me would have probably wanted it to be, especially from a production standpoint, in my opinion. Alright, but good. Pretty good album. Not that bad. Decent in my opinion. Alright? Hit the like, subscribe, let me know what y'all think. DJ already man 1.